Want to know how porn stars look so big all the time? As a urologist, I'll tell you the truth no one else does. Much of what you see is an optical illusion. It's a combination of specific camera angles, editing, the use of medication to maximize vasodilation, basically pushing vascular health to the limit for a scene. And frankly, it's not always real. The problem is that this edited performance isn't harmless. It's become the yardstick that normal men use to measure themselves. And the result? I see it every day in my office, a silent epidemic of performance anxiety, insecurity, and men who believe they are broken. This illusion is creating real pain, and it's this pain that we urgently need to talk about. If you've ever looked in the mirror after watching one of these videos and felt inadequate, if you've ever felt genuinely anxious because you noticed a split stream while urinating and Google told you it was something terrible, or worse, if you were in an intimate moment, and, out of nowhere, your erection disappeared, even though physically you're fine, I want you to hear this. You are not alone. And more importantly, it's not your fault. The fault lies with a false standard, a fiction that has been sold as reality, and that no one has bothered to clinically demystify for you. I am Dr. Andre Vasconcelos, a urologist and andrologist with over 15 years of experience. And my mission today is simple. I will explain the 3 medical facts that will free you from this anxiety once and for all. That's the promise I make to you in this video. But before I break these medical myths, I need a small commitment from you. This is the moment to decide to turn the key. If you're ready to stop comparing yourself to fiction and start focusing on your real health with factual information, comment facts below. It's your way of saying you're watching this video for the right reason. And of course, if you value this kind of straightforward, no-nonsense, taboo-free medical content, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. It's the only way we can guarantee that science wins over misinformation. Now let's get to the first fact that the porn industry has completely distorted, and that's messing with your head. Excellent. Let's get to the core, the 3 medical facts that the porn industry has misrepresented. And pay close attention, because fact number 3 is, by far, the most common cause of anxiety I treat in my practice, and ironically, it's the easiest to resolve when you understand the mechanism behind it. But let's start with fact 1, the myth of the big and vascular reality. Biologically, the performance you watch isn't about static size. It's about maximum vasodilation. An erection, what we clinically call penile tumescence, is the process of the corpora cavernosa. Think of them as 2 sponges or internal balloons filling with blood. Actors use all sorts of tricks, from angles to medication, to push this flow to the limit for the camera. Emotionally, what happens? You see this vascular exception and turn it into the rule. You compare yourself and feel you are smaller or insufficient, generating anxiety that has no basis in real biology, but rather in fiction. Practically, the result is that instead of focusing on your own vascular well-being, exercise, good nutrition, stress management, which is what really matters for erection quality, you get stuck in a useless comparison. Now, let's move on to fact 2, the split stream fact. Biologically, this happens in the vast majority of cases for a very simple reason. Your urethra, the canal that carries urine out, has an opening called the navicular fossa. Think of it as the final exit door. Sometimes, especially in the morning or after ejaculation, the edges of this door become slightly stuck together by dried residue or simple adhesion. Emotionally, you see that double stream, panic, Google it, and self-diagnose with serious problems, feeling a deep fear that something is wrong. Practically, the truth is that this is almost always benign. It's like bending the end of a garden hose. If it's occasional and painless, it doesn't mean anything. You only need to worry if it's constant, painful, or accompanied by burning. And now, fact 3, the most important. The truth about psychogenic erectile dysfunction. Biologically, this is the most frustrating scenario for a man. All his blood tests are normal. His testosterone is good. His ultrasound shows no flow problems. His body is perfectly capable. However, at the crucial moment, the erection fails. What happens here is a mental short circuit. Psychogenic ED means that your brain, not your body, is in charge of the failure. It's your sympathetic nervous system, our fight-or-flight mode, being activated by anxiety. Think about it. The brain can't differentiate between performance anxiety, the fear of failure, and the anxiety of being attacked by a lion. In both cases, it slams on the brakes and diverts blood from non-essential functions, like erection, to the muscles. Emotionally, this is where the damage happens. The first failure is a shock, but the second failure, caused by the fear of the first, is what creates the cycle. You enter what I call spectator mode. Instead of being present in the moment of intimacy, you're in your head, watching yourself, judging yourself, thinking, will it work? And the second you ask that question, you've activated the alarm system. You start to feel broken, flawed, and your confidence crumbles. The porn industry exacerbates this, creating an always-ready performance standard that is dehumanizing. You're comparing yourself to a fantasy that has no anxiety, no real relationship, and no normal human brain. The practical result is that you start avoiding intimacy, not out of lack of desire, but out of fear of failure. You associate sex with a test, not a connection. The big truth I need you to understand is this: psychogenic. Dysfunction is a software problem, not a hardware problem. Your equipment is fine. It's your anxiety that's pressing the emergency button. You don't need a magic pill for your body. You need a strategy to calm your mind and break this cycle of vigilance. This isn't a permanent physical problem. It's a temporary mental response that, unfortunately, feeds on itself. The way to break this cycle, in practice, is to reverse the process. It's about shifting the focus away from performance and towards sensation and connection. It's about understanding that an erection isn't a light switch you turn on, but rather a result of relaxation, blood flow, and mental arousal. When you stop testing yourself and start allowing yourself to be present, anxiety decreases. This means focusing on your breathing, on caresses, on the moment, and accepting that human arousal fluctuates. It's about removing pornography from the equation, which is a source of pressure, and focusing on your real partner. Confidence returns not when you force an erection, but when you stop fearing its failure. So let's summarize. What's the practical antidote to this common enemy, this pornographic myth that generates so much anxiety? The action plan is straightforward and focuses on facts, not fiction. First, focus on health, not size. The quality of your erection is a reflection of your vascular health. Forget the rulers and focus on your circulation, your heart, your diet. The secret to a healthy sex life is the same as the secret to a long life. Take care of your blood vessels. Second, understand your anatomy. Stop panicking about an occasional split stream. This is almost always benign. It's just a mechanical detail of your urethra, not a sign of disease. And third, most importantly, break the cycle of anxiety. Understand that psychogenic erectile dysfunction is a problem of the mind, not the body. It's about performance anxiety, not your physical ability. Your body knows what to do. You need to get your mind out of the way. I want you to leave this video with a clarity you may never have had before. The goal of male sexual health is not, and never has been, to have a movie star performance. That's an illusion created to sell clicks. The real goal is health, connection, and confidence. If you felt anxious, inadequate, or afraid for not meeting a fictional standard, I repeat, it's not your fault. You are not broken. You are not inadequate. You are human. And being human means that your sexuality is linked to your mind, your emotions, and your overall health, not to an edited script. Understanding the medical truth, the difference between what is physiological and what is psychological, is the first and most powerful step for you to regain your confidence. Stop focusing on the illusion. Focus on your real health. I make a point of reading the comments on videos like this, because I know how sensitive this subject is. If this video helped you, if it reduced your anxiety, or gave you some clarity, leave a thank you below. This isn't for me. It's so that other men going through the same anxiety can see the comments and know they're not alone. We're in this journey together to demystify men's health and focus on what's real. Take care of yourselves.